Eva lives in LaPorte with her parents and 2 pups, Nico and Izzy, all 3 of which receive disability income, and things are very tight. When Eva's best buddy Nico got sick, the family didn't know how they would be able to care for a senior pup with diabetes and cataracts. The medication, special diet, and supplies cost more than $200 a month. Eva's family was heartbroken, thinking they may have to euthanize Eva's furry support system. You see, on top of physical disability, Eva suffers from anxiety. There were years where she didn't leave home with her mother. When her mother was no longer able to travel with her all the time, her puppies became her travel companion. Eva's now able to go out into the community alone. When they reached out to the pantry, not only for food, but veterinary assistance after their local pantry turned them away, right away the pantry referred them to a local clinic where their dog was reevaluated and given appropriate medication. The pantry also provided education and resources to help them find affordable medication and supplies. They continued to receive high-grade diabetic food monthly. Their pup is doing amazing, and the family can't be more thankful for the services the pantry's provided. Corinne and Randy were scared when Corinne had to take maternity leave. They weren't sure how they were going to make it financially. That maternity leave was extended when her son was born with health issues. She was not paid for her time off, and they were unsure how they would support a baby, let alone their pit bull Miley and 3 cats, Chloe, Callie, and Dory. These pets were Corinne's children before the babies came along, and she couldn't even fathom surrendering these babies after all they had been through. Each pet was a rescue that came from hard times, and they were still committed to seeing these pets through. Miley was still recovering from starvation at time of rescue. Corinne had special rescue stories for each pet, and she values the commitment of providing a forever home. For example, she met Callie while donating food in memory of her previous kitty, which passed over the Rainbow Bridge a few years before. Corinne found out about the pantry from her sister, and since then they've been regular clients. While she is back to work right now, the family still appreciates the assistance as they work to get on their feet. Not only has the pantry provided her food and supplies for her pets, but given her peace of mind and freed up money for the baby's needs. She has also appreciated the level of compassion and pet care education she has received while being a client of the pantry. Chuck is a senior client living in Portage, Indiana with his 2 dogs, Baby Girl and Bella, along with his cat. This gentleman is comforted by his pets while he lives alone and is currently homebound. He has no children and little family support. Chuck became disabled after a leg injury after many years in the restaurant industry. Chuck has several health conditions, including diabetes and seizures, and currently a hand injury. His pets make him feel love and give him purpose. One of his pets is a rescue from the pound, the other his late mother's dog, which Chuck holds very dear. She allows him to feel a lasting connection to his mom. Chuck expressed much gratitude for the pantry, as they have offered him not only assistance, but good advice and friendship since he's been a client.
If it wasn't for the pet pantry and Lynn and everybody that works there, I wouldn't have been able to afford to keep my 2 dogs and cat. And they even got somebody to pay to have her fixed. She wasn't fixed, she was. And I've had really bad health this last year to 2 years, and if it wasn't for my 2 little dogs, I wouldn't want to even make it. They pay attention to me every day, everything else, and when I was having some little seizures, Baby Girl was tugging on my t-shirt right before I'd have one and was letting me know, and then I made sure I just laid down in bed. But they're the best little dogs and the best cat, and I couldn't imagine being without them. And the pet pantry, in the last year and a half, I've used that $60 to $70 that they supply me with, with food. I've used that. I paid off 2 credit card bills, and I paid off a doctor. And I've got my bills up, NIPSCO, and everything's all paid in full. Thanks, and this is all due to the pet pantry. This little business that is just wonderful. And even Michelle gave me a little cart when I go to the grocery store because I couldn't carry things, especially I fell and broke my hand and fingers because of my blood sugar. And it's just wonderful that I talk so highly of them and tell everybody how great they are. Because I said if it wasn't for them, I said it wouldn't be worth living if I had to stay here by myself. Because I'm still not allowed to drive the car. So it's just the animals and I am so thankful. And Michelle doesn't, I don't know if she doesn't believe it, but I thank her every time. And she says, Chuck, it's all right. And I said, no, you don't know what it means. I said, that was my mother's dog for almost 5 years. Now she's been mine for almost 6. And I said, and baby girl, I said, I wouldn't want to be alive if I didn't have my 2 little dogs. I said, they just pay attention to me like you can't believe. I said, I go outside to take out the garbage. When I come back in the door, they're barking and kissing me and everything else. And I'll say, Dad's got to go lay down. And they both jump up on the bed. They're just, it's the best, and it's all due to the pet pantry. My bills and everything is due to the pet pantry. I would have never been able to survive. I would have had to give these up, and I don't think I could do that.
Great.